Besides the rebate, why should you use me as your buyer's agent? I'll tell you, but you should also go read my Zillow reviews. My clients usually say it better than I can. If you think all agents are the same, I challenge you to do a Google search for National Association of Realtors Danger Report PDF and read it. This is the National Association of Realtors themselves warning the public, and I quote, "The real estate industry is saddled with a large number of part-time, untrained, unethical, and/or incompetent agents." Wow. So don't say they didn't warn you. Now let's address a few of those items. I've been a full-time agent since 1999. That's almost a lifetime for some of my younger clients. I've personally represented hundreds of buyers over those 23 years. Every mistake was a learning experience that you now benefit from. It's like the farmer's insurance guy. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two. But don't confuse length of time in the business with expertise. Some agents have been around for a long time, but only do a few transactions every year. If you're not out there showing homes and negotiating contracts every day, it's tough to keep your skills sharp. I see it all the time. Long-time agents asking the same rookie questions year after year. Another reason you should use me is that I'm not a sales weasel. If you like slick sales talk and weasel words, I'm not your guy. I say what I mean. I will never pressure you. I'm very patient because I've been in your shoes. My wife and I looked at about 50 homes before we chose our current one. If you need time to think about it overnight, that's fine. I'll tell you what the risks might be, but I'm not going to put pressure on you. Now, I know that hurts the ears of many sales trainers teaching the always be closing techniques, but I don't care because I don't consider myself a salesman. I'm your advocate and advisor. It's a huge difference. I tell you the truth, whether it's good or bad. Of course, I try to be diplomatic, but I don't shy away from the difficult discussions. I also consider myself a good problem solver. I gather information, look at the problem from different angles, and come up with options for you. I come prepared. I always have a measuring tape in my pocket along with a laser measuring device. Why guess if something will fit when you can know for sure? Now, I'm not an inspector, but I do have some of the tools of the trade. I have an infrared thermometer gun. You shoot it at the intake vent and then at the outflow vent and see if you have at least the recommended 16-degree differential. If not, you might take that into account when making your offer. I have a moisture meter to check if that ceiling stain is an old stain, maybe from before they put on a new roof, or whether it might be an active leak right now. I have an outlet checker, so when we're on that final walkthrough, we can check whether something like an ungrounded outlet was really fixed. Some agents use a marble to test whether the floors are level. I do too. But what if the floors are carpeted? For that, I have a self-leveling laser level device. I don't have to use it much, but it's fun when I do. It shoots a laser line across the bottom near the floor and then also up the wall. I love using that thing. I'm not afraid to get dirty and crawl around in the crawl space or up in the attic with you. That's why I wear jeans and non-slip shoes. I go where other agents can't go due to their fancy clothing and stylish shoes. I get concerned for some listing agents. They might be giving us the typical guided tour, like when they point out all the obvious things. When they go down the staircase, clop, 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 with their high heel shoes, I'm always worried that they'll slip and hurt themselves. Or maybe twisting an ankle if their little heels get stuck in the gaps between the deck floorboards. I don't know why they put themselves at such risk. You came to see a home, not a fashion show. I'm also good at writing. You have to be able to craft persuasive emails. The right words have saved my buyers thousands of dollars. Most agents cringe at the thought of writing something more than a text message. I actually practice writing every day. I'm working on a few books. I'm always writing stories on my Facebook page. It's one of the most important skills you can have. I'm good at negotiating. My philosophy is summed up in the book, Never Split the Difference. I've read many books on negotiating and also on persuasion. I'm always applying that knowledge to real situations. I'm a voracious reader, about 50 to 100 books per year. I start and end my day with an hour of reading. Business, marketing, self-improvement, philosophy, and such. I'm an empty nester, no baseball practices or school events to schedule around. I have a lot of time to help you. I answer my phone. You call, I answer. I can't pick up every call immediately, but if I had to guess, I'd say it's about 98% or so. I hear agents say, but I get so many spam calls. If I don't recognize the number, I just let it go to voicemail. Come on, man, you're in business. Pick up your phone. If it's a spam call, just say you're not interested. But it's ironic. These are the same agents spending 3 hours per day making calls trying to drum up business. I also use my phone to our advantage. I get so much more information when I pick up the phone and call the listing agent. I hear their tone of voice. I get a sense of whether they sound like they're giving me the whole story or not. I listen and I ask the right questions. It's amazing what you'll find out. A big part of negotiating is building trust. Real estate is still a people business. Technology helps, but talking person to person is still the key. I'm also hands-on. I attend inspections. I'm there helping you get estimates on repairs if needed. One inspector told me that he hardly ever sees any agents attending inspections like I do. What a missed opportunity to learn more about houses. If a septic tank is being pumped, I'm there asking questions about how septic tanks work. My saying is, I know a thing or two because I've been on an inspection or two. You should rely on experts, but sometimes the specialized lingo they speak is confusing. I find myself playing interpreter and helping you with the right questions to ask these experts. And there's usually never one right answer. If something doesn't sound right, I might suggest you get a second opinion. I'm not a cheerleader talking up houses. You know what you want and what's important to you, but I'm there if you want my opinion. I'm friendly, but I like keeping business as business. I won't be sending you birthday cards or stopping by to drop off little trinkets. Definitely no pumpkins at Halloween. You know, I guess giving out pumpkins and birthday cards are nice gestures, but let's face it, it's all about trying to get future business. Agents are trained about the value of work in their database. Make those contacts with your sphere of influence. It's probably something I should do, but when I'm talking to people, I don't want to see dollar signs on their foreheads. I focus my efforts on knowing real estate. I'm a nice guy, but that's not what you need when buying a home. You need a nice guy who knows his stuff. And the big rebate, that's just a cherry on top. If that sounds good, give me a call. See if I pick up the first time you call. I'll talk to you soon.